Earlier this year, Maurice appeared on my show to prove that he was not sleeping with his former prison cellmate's girlfriend. And to my surprise, Maurice passed a lie detector test. But now his girlfriend Claire says that even though he may not have slept with his best friend's girl, he has definitely been cheating on her. Take a look.
I'm back because I'm being accused of cheating. After you showed me and Claire, we've been off and on for 10 years. We got back together right after the show. And since I've been back, there's been cheating, accusing me of cheating and stuff.
She's accusing you of cheating?
Yeah, all in my car, my phone, everything's going through everything, going through stuff I ain't even know I had.
Do you cheat on her?
That's why we here today.
That's why you're here today. She says she found a hotel key in your wallet.
Ooh, I never seen the motel key. She just found it in her mind and just went there blaming me for it.
Did you go to a hotel?
Since me and her been back together, no, I haven't been. But at the end of the day, I wasn't staying. We was broke up.
Okay.
So, like, when I did bring back a lot of stuff, I brought back, like, some of the stuff was my cousin's own, my brother's own. I brought back a lot of stuff, so I don't know what was in all that stuff.
Tell me about the text message she found that you're sending other women.
I have my partner, he was using my partner was using my phone. It sounds crazy, but my partner was using my phone, and he was texting this person that both of us know, and she, and she sent some pictures, but he posted deleted it out my phone.
See, does that sound like anything anybody would believe?
I do it for you.
Told you but if I told you that story, and that's my life, and I'm telling it to you, what would you think?
Yeah, you think that, but...
Yeah. But you have cheated on her in the past, right?
That's the reason why we had broke up, Steve.
Yeah, and that was just the one time? Yeah. Well, let's be clear.
So answer the question that Steve asked you.
I
that you keep getting quiet about. No, you wasn't. Like I asked you, since you've been back in the house, have you been cheating? You got quiet. Answer the question.
No, I haven't.
No, don't look at Steve, look at me.
You told me to ask the person who asked me the question.
Do you think he's cheating on you?
I know he is. What girl gonna send somebody pictures and you talking about this your friend?
That bro was using the phone.
What man gonna have a girl send another dude pictures, Maurice? Make it make sense.
I said, like I told you, that was my homeboy.
What you backing up for?
I told you my friend was using my phone, and I'm sticking to my word because that's honestly what happened.
Who doesn't have a phone, though, like nowadays?
Exactly.
I can't say no name, but my partner is married, and he used my phone.
Yeah,
so y'all help each other. So y'all help each other. Basically what you're saying.
You don't seem very happy. Do you think he's kind of like clowning you?
You smiling.
I'm not.
But I'm not smiling, bro. Like, for real. It's not no joke. It's no joke for real, bro.
It ain't no joke. That's why we here today.
Did you really find the hotel key?
He know I found the hotel key.
Did you show it to him?
And I showed it to him.
Steve, I never seen no key.
If he's here today and he passes lie detector test.
We both know he not.
But if he does,
yeah.
You would stay with them.
It's the test will tell everything.
Sure will.
It will.
Well, let's find
Your
out.
test too.
Yep.
All right, Claire, you took a lie detector test. And we asked you, besides the one that he knows about while in a relationship with Maurice, did you have sexual intercourse with any other man besides him? You answered no. Besides the one man he knows about, while in a relationship with Maurice, did you have sexual contact with any other males besides him? You answered no. The results came back the same to each question, and it came back that you told the truth.
She told me that. She told me about the one person. I can't be mad.
Okay, now tell me about your people before this test come out.
Results.
Is there anything, before I read your results, is there anything you would like to tell Claire?
Oh,
Well, I got something I got to tell you. The person that I got caught cheating with when we broke up, she had a baby.
what she had, Maurice?
Security.
What she had? She had, Maurice. What she had? What she had? What she had? Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
I told you to be here. I told you to be by me.
Have you been there for the baby?
Every day.
When is every day? When I'm at work?
Every day.
Do you ever sleep with the other woman still?
No, me and her we don't talk no more. We just
Y'all
had a-
don't talk no more, but y'all got a baby. Come on, bro. Tell the truth.
Still got
You
a
telling
co-parent.
everything else.
Still got a child, but I'm not finna. That's the reason why I'm telling you, because I'm tired of to
Why
be
it
honest.
had to take you to come here to tell me, bro? I asked you numerous of times.
But I ain't want to tell you like this, but I wasn't finna keep this hiding my child from you. So
So is that the baby that was on the story? What you said was your niece?
yeah. So I can do apologize now. It is what it is now.
It is what it is.
Could
you can
you-
look at all them like what you want, bitch. You gotta go home with me.
Crazy.
Knowing that he had this baby with the woman he cheated on with, and obviously he's been over there being with the baby, could you stay with him?
You can answer that, right?
No, because everybody's different.
You just said it. No.
No. Maurice came here, took a lie detector test, and we asked him, since you and Claire have been back together, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone besides her? You answered yes. Since you and Claire have been back together, have you had sexual contact with anyone besides her? You answered yes. Besides the one woman she knows about, while in a relationship with Claire, did you have sexual intercourse with any other woman besides Claire? You answered yes. The examiner note says you had sexual intercourse with one of his baby's mamas. Last time was Monday. There was also 2 other women that he had intercourse with. Had a threesome with both women on Saturday. I mean, why stay with her through all this if you're not committed to her?
Apparently we ain't gonna be staying together no more.
Yeah.
That's your problem. You can't take serious, bro.
But knowing everything that he did, he's confessing to.
Why confessing nothing?
You two, man, you just keep accusing me, bro. You
Why
accuse me so much stuff.
You making yourself look like you look a clown,
I'm saying
bro.
you kept accusing me of cheating.
Why?
I cheated.
Why? Why I accuse you?
Man, you put somebody to an edge, they gonna jump.
Well, you should have been jumped a long time ago.
Jumping out.
Are you done?
I'm done.
If it's really done, walk off the stage. Let's go around now.
Thank you.
You go out this way. Technology has drastically changed many things in our lives over the years, and now cameras are everywhere. They're great for selfies, videos, and social media posts, but not so great for criminals. When a camera catches you in the act, it makes it very hard to deny the truth. And this first story shows how a camera helped a concerned father get to the bottom of his children being abused. Watch this.
I'm here because my children are being abused by their mother's boyfriend. They live in a filthy home, and I'm tired of seeing it. The last time that I went up there, I took my sister up there to get my son and my other son, both of them. But anyways, I went up there, and I can't stand to go in the house, so I take either my fiance or I take my sister or someone with me, and I let them go in and get the children and bring them out, because when you go in there, you're not even in there 10 minutes and you'll stink just like that place will.
You brought a tape.
Yes, sir, I sure did.
Let's take a look at it. And how'd you get this tape?
I was given it to me by their mother. She taped it. She has a camera in their bedroom that shows what's going on in there. It'll show it day or night.
I wasn't talking. You're sure as heck not going to sleep. Put your legs down. Go down. What with the noises? Ow! Play with your fingers. When you get home from school, I'm going to play this tape for you. And then I'm going to start whipping you for everything you shouldn't have done. No, no, no. That's 3 right there. You don't tell me no.
I mean, that's pretty disturbing watching your
Yeah, I know.
wife beat on your children.
Yeah.
How old are you boys?
8?
No, I'm,
Eight.
I'm asking you.
And 5.
Okay. You have to treat them that way?
ADHD.
Oh,
He
come
will,
on, please.
He will not go to sleep.
You're beating those kids.
That is a very rare instance.
Oh, really?
Very rare.
You're taping it yourself. If you have to do that, you kind of missed the boat on raising your kids, right? Your boyfriend, Danny, Sarah, let's bring him out.
Right.
Do you hit the kids?
Only if I have to.
Only
And
if
that's
you have to.
only if they're trying to
It's
actually
discipline.
hurt each other. What I prefer doing is go to your room, clean it, or get in that
You
corner.
prefer, but you'll hit them.
No, not hit.
No,
He's saying he's hitting them.
I said whoop.
Whoa.
Sorry. I give them 3 swats on the butt, not hard.
Are you okay with this?
Come over and lay your hands on me.
You're the sorry Walt. You're the sorry excuse for a mother, and you just freak me out. You make my damn skin crawl.
Jennifer, you were given a lie detector test and you were asked, have you ever hit your children with using excessive force? You answered no. Have you ever witnessed Danny hit your children with excessive force? Have you ever witnessed Danny
No.
hitting your children with excessive force? I'll ask you again. Have you ever witnessed Danny hitting your children with excessive force?
No. Not that I can recall.
Oh, now it's recall.
Well, you're a liar.
Thank you.
What'd I say?
He told me about
And the
the
results of your lie detector test, not shockingly, is you did not tell the truth.
I told you that earlier.
You were given
I know, I was giving a lie detector.
you were given a lie detector test, and Danny confessed to hitting one of the boys too hard in the butt. It left his butt red, and he states he feels bad about it, and he's never done it again. So you confess that you used excessive force.
Yes.
Okay. He does confess to using a paddle on the kids. Use a paddle on the kids?
Every now, well, let's put it this way.
Me.
Why are you
It's
using a paddle on
been
kids that aren't
a
even
long
your own?
time. I've only used
Why
paddle
are
on them one
you using a
time.
paddle on kids that aren't even yours? You, Danny, confessed to using a paddle on the kids. You give them 3 swats on the butt
And
with
that
the
was it.
paddle, and you send them to stand in the corner.
That's
He
the main
states
thing
that
I do,
Jennifer
stand in the
has
corner or
paddled
clean
them
your room.
too, and he lets her handle the discipline now since the incident with CPS, police, etc. In my opinion, you two are nuts.
Sorry.
Hold on.
Don't try to get disability.
You know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. You are the mother.
Things have changed.
You
in the
are the
past.
mother of these. Hold on.
Next.
Stop.
Stop.
You are the mother of these children. All right? We know as parents what is right and wrong. You know you're wrong. Do you not?
Yes.
Then get the hell off my stage to both of you. According to a survey conducted for the Associated Press, half of young people ages 14 to 24 said they have been a victim of cyberbullying. My first guest became a victim when a former friend posted a video on YouTube destroying her reputation. She is only 16 years old. Take a look.
Y'all, we out here finna tell y'all about these hoes and bitches out here, they act like they don't know that they was a hoe. So let me explain to you. If you in the same place, bro, calling each other bro, is a hoe. When you more than 10 people, even 5 bitch in the same vicinity, you is a hoe. So she know. Sorry, but you go. Okay, you a hoe.
Katrina, that's you that they're talking about in that video. Tell me what happened.
Well, in January, I get approached by another girl that was mentioned in the video, and she tells me that I should watch this video on YouTube under Hose. That's our town. And so I go on YouTube and I watched it, and I just sat there for a minute afterwards. You know, I had so many mixed emotions. I was mad, sad, all at the same time. I didn't know what to do. The only thing I could do was deal with it.
Unfortunately, this video has received over 1,000 viewers. People have watched this. And this is a friend that was a friend of yours at one time.
My best friend.
Your best friend that makes this video about you. I got to imagine a lot of people in the town that you live in have watched this video.
Yes.
And what's it done to you?
It's ruined my reputation completely. I was going to a high school, and they started saying that, you know, I was having sex with 25 to 40 guys, and I was doing all this different stuff. And so I transferred schools and kept going, you know.
And because of this video, you ended up transferring schools.
No. It started out in 2009, I believe, and I was best friends with her, and we were going into freshman year of high school, and she started hearing that I was talking about her, and she was hearing rumors that I wanted to fight her and that I just didn't like her and was talking all this trash on her.
Now, any of this true?
No,
Okay.
none of it was true. And she believed it. She didn't even care to confront me, ask me about it, anything. She just believed what she wanted to believe. And I was at the park one day, and a girl approached me trying to fight me, and instead of her actually fighting me, Abria rushed
Because
me.
of supposedly what you
Yes.
said about Ariad.
Yeah. Abria rushed me and just started punching me in my face over and over again and got me on the ground, and her and multiple females just started kicking me in my face.
They knocked you down to the ground. They're kicking you in the face, kicking
I ended
you.
up with 2 black eyes, and every blood vessel in my right eye was popped. I had a bloody nose, a fat lip, bruises all over my back, lumps on my head. I had a partial concussion.
All right, let's bring out Abria and Jeray. How you doing, girls?
Good.
No, let's not have that. Now, I watched this video that you girls made, and we just had Tashina on the show, and she says you guys were friends at one time, right?
Yes.
And why would you make a video? I mean, first of all, you used really bad language in there. You're 16 years old. Just calling out somebody's reputation, calling out what they're doing, just the crudest names possible. Why would you do something like that?
She's fake.
Everything she said was fake. She talks about me all the time. She called me a hoe and all types of stuff. And if you want to talk about me, then I'm going to tell the world the truth. I was being real. It's all real. And I speak real.
But when you say you want to tell the world, do you think the world really cares?
Well, obviously they did if it ruined her reputation.
And it's not so much even the video, which is disturbing enough. She says that you and a bunch of girls jumped her and attacked her.
No. I beat her up on my own. And she told everybody I jumped her because she was so embarrassed because I beat her up so bad.
And nobody else was around?
No, there was a lot of people around, but nobody jumped her. She said after we became cool, after that, she did tell me that one of the girls kicked her once after I got done beating her up, and that's why she said we jumped her.
Okay. Why, if you were, and you just said it yourself, why at one point when you were cool would you then make the video?
Because she's fake. Oh, I'm over it now. I mean, it's old, but yeah.
Well, why is it still on YouTube then?
It's on my account. She don't control what gets
Well,
deleted.
so why is it up there? Why
Because
do you
I put it
leave a
up there.
video that puts you and her in the most terrible light of anybody else on outside watching?
It don't put me in no terrible light. It does not make me feel bad at all. If these girls,
It doesn't put you in a bad light?
No,
I
if
looked at
these
that video and I
girls
said,
wouldn't
how
go
disgusting.
around-
These two young girls made this video. And how 16-year-old girls think this is
I'm
okay.
17.
Or 17, I don't give a damn.
I didn't think it
so
was
I want to
okay.
know how, like, we think this is okay. You're trying to explain, oh, it's okay to keep this up because it's on my account. Nobody controls me. I do whatever I want to do. We have your older sisters here. And her name is Chanel?
Yeah.
Chanel? Let's bring out Chanel.
She right.
The video was very funny. It was sad, but it was true.
Oh my
I
God.
think that it was a wake-up call for a lot of these little girls
See,
to not be
you know what's
walking around
funny?
having
You know,
sex
you know
with
what I think
everybody.
is funny? I see that you're 26 years old, and I thought for some reason you were going to come out here and be the voice of reason.
And I'm the voice of reason to these two. These are the only two I care about.
Right. Nobody wants their dirty laundry aired. Nobody wants that.
I don't have enough.
Obviously, Tashina does because she wants it like she wants it out there.
You know
so
what,
I
young
just
lady?
helped her out.
You know what? I'm not going to argue that point with you anymore. It's not my job to raise you. Whoever's doing that part is failing you. And what's terrible about the situation is that you're not telling them this.
You don't know what I tell them.
Well, I know, because you're not telling me.
I'm not even, yeah.
So I don't
you're
even know
right.
why you're here then. Right. And I was just told that you made part 2 of this video and were in it with your sisters.
I didn't make anything, but yes, I was in it.
Now, as a grown woman, 26 years old, the mother of 4 children, why would you put yourself in such a juvenile, terrible video? Tashina and her mother.
I took you into my home. I fed you. I was on your back. You put both on my back and you fed my daughter's clothes. I let you lay down beside her. You even called me my.
You
little girl.
and you put
I
both
feel
on my back. You a
sad
broke
for you.
bitch.
I
What do
feel
you
sad for
mean?
you. I would rather be a broke bitch than be anything like you.
Oh, I would rather be anything like your daughter, bitch.
Like you.
When I beat you up, yes, I did take it to the extremes. And you know I have before apologized, have I or have I not?
Yeah.
Yes, I have apologized. So I'm just going to apologize to you again for beating you up because you know I'm not like that no more. I don't fight. All I want to know is,
You know what makes you just keep talking about me? You just keep talking about me.
Now?
You've had my name in your mouth for a good 2 years now, and you're not gonna stop, are you? And I'm sure this whole sorry thing is because you're on the Steve Wilkos show.
Let's just take a step back. Let's take a step back.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's be better than that, okay?
It is.
She's no,
It
wait a
is.
minute. Let's be better
You
than
know
that.
what? My thing
She's
is-
apologizing, accept it.
I do accept her
You're kinda
apology.
pushing your limits, don't you
but
think?
it makes sense to
pushing
me.
limits.
No,
baby
listen,
girl.
listen.
You pushing
listen,
yours.
Listen,
Stay in your
hold on.
adult space.
Okay,
How about
hold
that?
on.
Baby
You
girl,
talk about my
all in
sister,
my place.
stay in your own
Please,
place.
All in my
please,
place.
Please, please.
You don't even begin to know my place.
Please,
I'm gonna be
listen,
her.
listen,
We're
I
gonna
know,
be civil.
listen,
We're gonna be
And that's
civil.
my baby.
had such a nice moment, and
Something wrong
okay.
with you.
What you gonna do, beat
She's-
me up?
Something wrong with you. No, I would love to take you across my knee.
Mom, you're not helping. You're not helping. Don't respond to it. Don't respond. Okay,
I
listen.
want you to understand how bad that really did affect me. Like, I'm not just saying that to say that. It really did. It sucked. It sucked going to school and having to listen to somebody call you a snitch and a hoe and how I'm having sex with 25 to 40 dudes. And it's all just because you just wanted to have fun.
But it's
Right?
not true, Tashina.
No, it's
I
not
never-
true.
Okay, I never
But
said
you know-
25 to 40
but you
dudes,
know-
did I? I said you are a hoe in general, and you know what my definition of a hoe is, and we talked about
But
this
you know what
before.
you said?
So therefore, in my definition, you are a hoe.
But you know what you said? That I'm out here having sex with all these dudes. What are their names?
You know what? It doesn't. Listen. Listen. No, stop.
No, I can't say that on TV.
Nobody should go on a video and talk about anybody else and what they're doing. And as much as I'm so appreciative that you're apologizing, and I really do appreciate it, and I think it's a first step. It's a step. It's not the greatest step in the world, but it's a step.
And I apologize too.
There you
I
go.
just want.
That's
I don't
my
want
baby
you
girl. That's
to.
my baby girl.
I don't want you to do other girls how you did me, cause that sucked.
Please take down the video.
I can take it down.
Will you take it down?
I will.
You promise?
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
I'm thanking her.
I'm really glad and appreciative for the fact that you came out here and had a little bit of a changed attitude and willing to work together, because it does no good to have teenage girls beating the crap out of each other, posting, ugly, vile things about each other. You all live in the same community. You gotta pull together. Be young, strong women. Don't let anybody drag you down. All right. Good luck to you. Thanks for coming on, doing that. Thank you. Many people say cheese with big smiles when the cameras come out, but that wasn't the case in this next story. You see, this husband can no longer play innocent about how he treated his wife, and his abuse ended up being exposed. Watch this. You're saying it's true love, and you love her with every ounce of your body, and she's saying that, you're in a car, you're spitting on each other, you're punching her in the, into
She
the
the
window.
abusive one.
Okay, the point is, this doesn't sound like love to me. My staff was a little, I don't know what the correct word is, appalled maybe, about the way you talked to her.
Okay.
So yesterday, when you were at our offices, we had some cameras in there and we rolled on you yesterday. So why don't we take a look?
See how you just took what that bitch gave you and beat me up with it? Baby, I'm baby now, right? I'm baby, right? But you come grill me.
Disrespectful.
How? Because she told you?
Yeah.
Can I sit in another room? Because I ain't got time for this.
She's like,
Man, get out of here. I don't know what you talking about, Victoria. Bottom line, I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to show you.
You should ask her.
Yeah.
Ask her. Don't ask me. I'm in the room.
I will.
Ask her.
I will.
Grill her.
I
Bitch,
will.
how you know what my man got in his mouth? How you know this and that? I ain't. You didn't ask her.
Right.
You let anybody
I know
tell
you
you.
do it.
You don't know. Man, I gotta get out of this room with you. You stupid. You are stupid.
Yeah.
I only care about you shutting up
one.
or being quiet.
Name one.
Shut up. You
Name one.
childish.
Name one. Why are you getting so nervous?
Breaking out, walk out of here.
Walk away
No,
like he
just
always
'cause-
does.
'cause the thing
like
is,
he
it's-
always does.
it's
Walk
their
away.
work now.
Here, me,
Bitch, you ain't
me,
black.
Me. I don't.
Honky crackle pepper ass bitch.
I don't care.
And I tell you that all the time, and I say that all the time. Honky pepper cracker ass bitch. Every time you
Stop
say
calling
me.
me a second ago. I didn't call you no names.
Go on, get up and do your little dance like you do. Go on, she was finna do a little old thought dance. She shake her little ass like she always do.
Hey,
Man,
meet
get
us
you some
inside.
common sense.
Meet
That's
us
what you
inside.
ain't got.
Meet-
No common sense.
What is going on?
She stupid.
No, listen.
Ain't no truth
Look
come
a
out your mouth.
Like a little wussy.
I ain't the only person to know it.
You little wussy.
Everybody around you is adults.
Okay.
Grow up.
Right. Make sure that
Go
you're
stop.
happy.
Quit that amp you up, dummy.
You do it.
Well, no, you ain't got
Put
enough
down
mind
wifey.
capacity.
Hey.
Shut up talking to me. Stop talking to
You
me.
are. But then I was like, man, it always gonna
Are
start
you
an
dumb or
argument.
just stupid?
Okay.
I better get out of here before I be looking at your ass.
Just.
When you watch that and you see yourself talking to the woman you love with every ounce of blood in you, how do you think about your behavior on there?
Well, I feel like my behavior was justified because as soon as I walked in the room, the first thing I was accused of was staring at some...
That's what started that fight?
Right.
That you were staring at
some chick's ass.
Some chick's ass.
But mind
Is that true? Is that what started the fight?
Yes, sir.
Because you thought he was staring at some...
No, Steve, somebody came up to me and told me, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but your man is disrespectful. I said, why would he be disrespectful? She said, because he's staring at girls' booty.
Okay, Dwayne came here, he took a lie detector test, and you say he's been accusing you.
If you accuse me, you're doing it.
And you came here and you took a test and you passed. Dwayne came here and we asked him on his lie detector test, since March, have you had sexual physical contact with anyone other than Victoria? He answered no. Since March, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than Victoria? He answered no. The results came back the same for each question for his lie detector test, and it came back that Dwayne did not tell the truth. What? Oh, come on, man. I'm done. We're gonna give you an Oscar. Hey, you can go. I want you to go. You should get out of her life.
I am.
And I hope you stay out of her life. That's the best thing that could happen to you. You shouldn't be crying. You should be, jumping up for joy.
Steve, I get beat up. I get called all names.
Okay, but if he's going to leave you, now it's over, right?
I'm done.
But here's the deal.
I'm done. I'm putting restraining orders.
Okay, I hope so.
I'm putting restraining orders. I've been trying to, Steve, I've been trying to tell him to leave. I've been trying to tell him.
But now you got him on camera. He's saying it's over. Hopefully it is. But you should spend less time worrying about being in a relationship, because you have a relationship already. You have a relationship with your daughter, okay? Go back to college, spend all that effort, that time, come home, you could do your homework, and you don't have to answer to somebody like that,
yes, sir.
right?
Thank you, yes.
But don't slip back, because that's what a lot of people do.
This is what I needed,
Okay.
Steve, please, thank you.
TJ, why are you here?
I'm here today, Steve, to tell you and everybody else about what my ex-wife has done. I'd like to confront her. She was on video blowing marijuana smoke into my 2-year-old son's mouth. And just...
we have a copy of that video. Let's take a look at that video real quick.
Just the look of the video, man, it's...
Not together. Because if it meant it would be happy.
No.
So, first of all, that's your son.
Steve, yes, that's my youngest son, our youngest son, and that... Look at that. It's... How can a mother do that to her own son?
How old is your son in that video?
He's 2 at that time. Now he's 3. It happened almost a year ago, or a little over.
And how did you come in possession of this tape?
I had somebody anonymously called my mother and showed her a link on YouTube to check it out, and that I needed to see that.
When you saw it, what did you do?
I got a hold of the local authorities to see if there was anything that I could do, because I feel that she needs to go to jail or something, because that is just wrong for you to do something like that to a little child. And the local authorities couldn't do nothing because of different state matters, and that they couldn't prove that it was marijuana in that pipe. Now, I'm sorry, but you see what you've seen.
And you confronted her on it?
I confronted her about it, and I told her that she's lucky if she ever sees her children again. I mean, because how do I know if she's not going to do that crap again? How do I know if they're safe?
When was the last time Ashley has seen her sons?
Okay, a couple months ago.
Because you split up, and let's make the story straight. You had your older boy, she had
Yes, when we got divorced, I had my oldest boy because she could not control him.
So you
So
took
she
him.
told me to take him.
She had your younger boy, and that's the
Yes.
one she blew.
And then I got laid off from drilling, so I moved out of state, over 3,000 some miles away. Well, she calls up and says, well, do you want your youngest son for summer? I said, I'd love to. So I went 3,000 miles to get my son, spent summer vacation. At the end of the summer is when I found this video. And I'm like, I don't know, because she's like, can we meet halfway? I'm like, I don't even know if you're going to see your son. What were you thinking?
And when you said that to her, what did she say?
Oh, no, it's not what you think. I was kissing my son. Does it look like a kiss to you?
No, it doesn't. It looks like she's blowing marijuana smoke into her baby's face.
And that had to have happened like right before I came to get my son because he had that same mark on his forehead.
She's here today because she wants to see her sons.
Yes.
Because since you've seen that, you haven't allowed her to see her.
Well, she's been calling lately, and I don't think that I feel comfortable enough to let her jump into my kid's life, and I don't think that it's right. I think she
What are
needs
you
to-
hoping for today?
I just want to know what she was thinking, and I want everybody to know what she's done.
All right, well, your ex, Ashley, is here. Let's bring her out. Here's Ashley.
What were you thinking? Like, for real, when you watched that video, what were you thinking? What was going through your mind?
You know what was going through my mind when I watched that movie? How the hell could I do that to my kid?
And why'd you do it?
It was a year ago. I up. And I know I'm not supposed to say that on TV. I screwed up. I made a mistake. I made the biggest mistake of my entire life. Okay, that is my baby.
And you want to get
I love him with all my heart. I have
right now. And
changed. I have changed, TJ. I haven't smoked since I saw that. I am so disgusted with myself. I swear to God, he came in the room. He jumped in my lap. He demanded a kiss, and you know he does that every time he wakes up from a nap. Yeah, I was smoking pot in the house. I messed up. I shouldn't have been smoking pot in the house, period, with him there. Anyway,
anybody that has seen that
I blew it out
video,
my nose behind his face. You can clearly see when he turns
Can we
his
watch
head.
that again?
No smoke comes out of his mouth. He doesn't cough or anything.
I want to see the smoke behind
Let's
his
play
head.
it again for you.
I can't even stand the one.
No, don't sit down, please.
Okay, was that behind the head or was that above the forehead?
I mean, you're not kissing them on there. I mean, you're not going to give me some crazy story on here, right? You see what you see on the tape.
I see what I see on this tape.
Right, and you blown smoke, right? Into your baby's face.
I took a hit right before he walked in the room. I'm not going to lie. I was smoking marijuana. I
Yeah,
haven't
we know
smoked
that.
since. When my kid came in and jumped on my lap, I didn't know what to do. I had no idea what to do. I didn't know where to blow the smoke. I couldn't blow it right in his face, right in the room. What was I gonna do?
But you did
I
blow it in
grabbed
his
him,
face.
I held him as close to my face as I could, and I blew it through my nose behind his head. I didn't put it in his mouth. I wouldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
You're holding his face there.
I made a mistake.
Come on. Before that tape, you didn't know that you shouldn't be smoking
No, I
drugs
did know.
with your son in the house?
I did know.
What the hell are you doing your hand for?
I honestly can't say why.
What
There
would
is
you-
not one excuse. I have not one excuse to give you or any of these people or my ex-husband or my son.
So why are you here today?
All I'm here is to change. I am hoping you can help me. Maybe parenting classes, anything, and I'm begging you to find it in your heart to give me one more chance to change. Take things slow. I don't care.
In that video,
I am trying
in
to
that video,
change.
after that happened, he licks his lips and he wants the pipe. How many times has that happened?
That was the only
That's
time
funny
it
because
ever happened.
you're laughing on the tape. That's the only time you ever smoked in front of your son.
It was the only time when my children were around ever that I had smoked.
It's a freaking drug. What if you would have overdosed him? What if he would have died?
I don't think that thought has crossed my mind. All I am asking is for you to give me a chance to change, for me to try. I am trying so hard. I mean, I got a job lined up, housing, everything. I haven't touched that since then. You know that. You know I've changed. You said it yourself
You
last
seem
time
like
I
you
came
have,
to
yes,
visit
but
you.
It's only been a year or two, though, but...
I know it's only been a year, TJ, but who are you to say how long it takes for me to change?
So you tell me you're not the person that was in that
No.
tape anymore? You stopped smoking marijuana for 10 months now, right?
Yes.
Are there any other issues that you have that prevent you from seeing your son?
No.
So basically just you will never
I moved 1,500 miles just so I could live close to them. I got a job. I'm going to orientation on Friday, housing, everything.
You took a
so I
drug
can
test
be-
before the show?
Yes.
You're here for a second chance, and everybody should get second chances. And just for the fact that you blew pot smoke in your son's face shouldn't prevent you from ever being in your son's lives or not being a mother to them. But what you should do is, after watching the tape, don't make excuses. You know, it's not like you say, I held him and he walked into the room. Why don't you just, does anybody believe that story that he walked into the room and I didn't know what to do with the exile, so I held him close and I blew it past his head? I mean, why make a story like that?
It's not.
You watched the tape, so you're telling me that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Okay, see? You want a second chance, but then you still lie.
You can believe what you feel.
I just need my eyes to believe, to see what I see on that tape.
And I believe the same thing.
Okay. But maybe I'm wrong.
He was licking his lips.
He
I
seemed like...
had the pipe taste on my lips. What do you expect? When you suck on a sucker and you kiss your baby on the mouth, doesn't he lick his lips?
It's a little different than mommy smoking a bong and doing a sucker,
I know
huh?
it's different.
She took a drug test before the show, and Ashley did test negative for all drugs. Yeah, no drugs. Good.
Yeah, I've been clean.
TJ, your mom is here. She's the grandmother of this child. She's here, and she would like her chance to say something. Let's bring her up.
Oh, wonderful.
Damn you, Ashley. You proud of yourself, what you done to my grandson?
No, I'm not.
Well, I'll tell you, I sit and listen to this, and I watch that videotape all the time. What were you thinking?
How was it?
Yeah, you still know. You're sitting here crying your tears out. You are low. You don't think of anybody yourself.
I messed up. Yes, I did. I thought of
Look
myself.
at you.
You're right.
There's degrees of doing bad stuff. What I hate is, and I say always before the show, people ask me questions, and I say, I hate it when somebody does something bad to the kids. Because you want to do something bad for yourself or whatever you want to do, that's one thing when you're an adult, and you can make those decisions.
It is, and you're right.
When you start involving really bad decisions, this isn't like you slip and you fell on your kid and you bumped his head. No, you intentionally blew drugs in his face. And it's incredibly stupid, and it's for no reason other than, you know, to like as a joke for you or your friend, and even the friend who's videotaping it. So now I'm taking it 2 adults in a room that really don't put a stop to somebody blowing smoke in a baby's face. But I'll say, you're right. You're right. You deserve a second chance. I'm not I could take that away from you. You're their mother. You made a really stupid mistake. Whatever you want to say. Here's your chance to say to him.
TJ, I made the biggest mistake in my life. You know I love those babies. I will never, ever, if it is in my power to do so, ever hurt those babies again. Ever. If I could beg for their forgiveness, I would. But the only way I can is to show them by my actions that I will do better. I mean, my son, look how beautiful he is. Please just
so
get
you
me.
know, not to influence your decision, but what we will do is we will give her counseling. We will help give her parenting classes so she can be a better mother to your son.
Really appreciate it. Thank you. I want him anyway. Please.
You know what? And I want to believe you. And I think you did make a stupid mistake. And I think you should. I personally would give you a second chance. Maybe supervise. Maybe you don't let her alone with them until she's proven herself a little more. But what I'm saying is, with counseling, with parenting, Mom, this is between you and her now.
I know. I feel like if she is that remorse, and she does seem like she feels what she says, I just want to know for a fact, confidence that she's getting the help that she needs. she's making better for herself, because I don't want to go through
And
this
if
again.
we help
I've got
make that,
two
we
little
make
kids.
sure that she gets the help.
Is
Can
there
she go
any-
back and see her sons?
Is there any way that I can maybe?
Yes.
What's up to you? It's your decision.
I have no problem as long as it's supervised right now. I don't.
Of course, you go with her and she can go back and see her sons right now.
That
And
would
you're going
be
to
no
take the help.
problem.
You're going to take the help.
Yes, absolutely. Is there any way I would also be willing to do a drug test twice a month if I have to? I'll pay for it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You can be there when I do it. I don't care.
Are you willing to take her back to see her sons now?
Yes, I can.
Let's go. Robert, you called my show. Why are you here?
I'm here, Steve, because my daughter told me she was being beaten and molested, and I feel she deserves justice, and I'm here to pretty much find out what's going on with her.
Obviously, you have joint custody with Tiffany.
I do.
And when your daughter returns from these visits, do you observe anything?
Well, at first, no. Pretty much when we first got together, I was in the military. I was in the Marine Corps, so I wasn't always there, and she couldn't handle that. It started off, I didn't see my daughter for the first 2 years of her life.
You weren't there because you were serving in the Marines. Though.
I was. And when I came back to my hometown, during leave, I tried calling her, hey, can I pick her up? And she had a sheriff call me saying if I called her again that she'd press harassment charges. So I let it go. About 2011, finally I was actually at a point to where I can be home more, and I went to her house and told her straight up that either you give me my rights as a father or I'm going to take my rights in court. And it was going good for a few. Pretty much I'd get her, on a Sunday, and then I'd take her back Wednesday before work and everything, and then just one day she never showed up. My daughter was with me for 2 months, not a call, nothing. Finally, I had 12 sheriffs knocking at my door at 3:30 in the morning trying to accuse me of kidnapping my own daughter.
So you're saying you had her, she doesn't come pick up the daughter.
I stayed outside her house for 3 hours. And I called every phone, her cell phone, her parents, her house phone. I stayed in her city because I was in another city, but I stayed in her city for 7 hours before calling the cops myself and DHS to make sure I wouldn't get in trouble for taking her home.
So you take her back home, you got her for 2 months, and then at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I just got off work. I worked a little bit late. I was expecting no call. There's no text, no email, nothing. And then there's a pound at the door. And I open it, and there's literally 12 sheriffs there with, anger at me because they're thinking I'm kidnapping my daughter. Coming at me sideways like, hey, we heard that you have your daughter and that you're keeping her from mom, and I explained everything to him. And then from that point, I told him, unless there's a court order in my hand now, because I'm going to take it to court, unless there's a court order, she can't have her then.
You're going to keep your daughter?
Well, pretty much, because if that's how she's acting, where she
Right, no,
didn't care.
I'm not saying you did anything
Well,
wrong.
no,
I'm saying I agree with you.
She didn't care. So if you don't care enough to come pick up your kid for 2 months, then you could have just called.
And during this 2 months, did you ever contact her? Did she ever say,
I gave up contacting her when there was no response.
But during that 2 months, she never got in touch with you?
Nope. And she knew where I worked. She, everything. Not a call, nothing. Not even a Facebook message. When we established custody, it was 50-50. Everything was still going okay. We established every other week. And so one day she shows up. She's wearing kind of a long dress. She went to a birthday party. But she was really, really reluctant to take it off. And I'm like, okay, well, it's your mom's dress. I don't want to ruin it because it looks expensive. We need to put you in other clothes. When I finally convinced her and I took her dress off, she had a handprint on her...
You're talking about your daughter?
Yeah, my daughter did. She had a handprint on her arm and multiple bruises. She had a bruise on her neck and multiple bruises other places. Now, when I tried asking her, she got really, really scared, like she was going to get in trouble for telling me. And finally, I'm like, look, I can't help you or protect you if you don't tell me. And the only name she brought up was John. Now, she wouldn't tell me anything about what happened, nothing. She told me the handprint was when he grabbed her, but she was so feared to tell me what happened with
That's a serious handprint.
It is.
Okay, and then we're talking about a very, very young girl here.
So I called her mom and told her we need to talk in person. She wanted to bring her husband. I said it's not the best idea.
Oh, she's married to John
Yeah,
now.
she is.
Yeah.
So we established, I showed her the pictures. I told her, look, that's when I established I don't want him touching my kid. That's not his kid. About June.
Your daughter had a black eye, though.
Yes, she did. That was another kid showed up. Showed up with a black eye, and it was really, really distinct, too. I was at work when she got dropped off, to a family member's house. And then what got me, though, was I asked my cousin, did Tiffany say, what happened? Because, if my daughter ever got a bruise with me, when she go home, I'll be like, look, she fell or this happened, explain it. But
And
it's the
things
fact
do
that...
happen with kids
exactly,
where they get bruises.
and I know that. But the fact that you drop her off and don't explain nothing, that means, to me, you're hiding something. So when I tried asking her, my daughter's story changed. First, it was she tripped over a cat.
She tripped over a cat?
Yes. So then I asked her again, I was like, okay, that doesn't explain how you got that. So I asked her again, and she said, well, she fell. So I called her mom, I was like, hey, Tiffany, what happened? And that's when she explained, oh, she fell into a table. And that's only after I told her that's what my daughter stated.
Is she even as tall as the table?
No.
Okay, that's...
Then when I asked her, I
that
said,
makes
your
no
mom
sense.
said you fell into a table? She goes, no, I fell into the chair. So it kept changing. You went from the table to the chair to John again.
And you believe Tiffany is covering for her husband?
Because Tiffany's story changed too. When I told her my daughter stated that it was because of John, oh, she fell into his knee. Well, she said that it was his fist. Oh, well, his hands were on his knees when she fell into him.
When she comes back to us with welts on her back and BBs in her pocket.
Are you saying that he shoots her with a BB gun?
I don't know if it's him or.
Did you call the police?
Tiffany called.
Did she call the police?
I don't know if she called the police or.
So you didn't ask who she called?
There's not even, you have no truth.
You didn't ask who she called? See, you think that this little girl was shot with BBs and you don't know who your wife called.
John is the one who puts my daughter to sleep every night, and he tucks her in and gives her hugs and kisses. And he makes sure she has her stuffed animals that she wants to go to sleep with. And when she's hurt or sick, she doesn't come to me, she comes to him. And she would rather curl up on the couch and watch a movie with him than do anything else. She'd rather do that than play with any of her toys or go to the park or anything. She'd rather just sit on the couch and watch a movie with John. I don't think that she could love him that much if he treated her the way that Robert says that he does. I hate him. I hate the fact that he spent the last 6 years of my life trying to make me miserable. And I hate that my daughter hates seeing him, and she cries when she has to go to his house, and she's a mess when she comes back. She's filthy and she's emotional, and it's not fair to her. I know that John would never do anything to hurt my daughter because he loves her so much. Robert's always questioning her and asking her if we're doing bad things to her, and I think that he's just trying to put it in her head so that he can take her away from us. I just want my husband and my name cleared, and I want him to go away. He can't be a good father, so he shouldn't have the opportunity to try anymore. And I want to prove that Robert is an unfit parent. And that if anybody deserves to get their daughter taken away, it's him. John has been in my daughter's life longer than Robert has, and more consistently. And I think it's perfectly fine for him to discipline her if she needs it. And we checked her out. We set her down on the bathroom counter, we checked her out, made sure everything was okay. The only thing she had was a bruise and a scrape on this knee and a bruise on that foot.
And you determined, we don't have to take it to the
No
doctors.
broken bones, nothing either?
We watched
You know
her.
that?
You watched her. We're talking about a little girl how she fell out a window and you didn't even necessarily, at least, not even an emergency room, but even a doctor to take a look at her. Because you two looked at her.
That he punches her, he smacks her, he touches her down there. What kind of mom lets a guy do that? Your daughter should come before your husband.
My daughter does come before
I
my
can't
husband.
tell. How many times has she come to us
Hey,
before?
you fat bitch, listen.
I'm pregnant, bitch. It's not
Bitch,
fat.
you were fat before you were
I'm
pregnant.
I'm pregnant, bitch. It's not fat.
No.
Sorry.
So John came here and he took a lie detector test and we asked him, did you ever cause a black eye to your stepdaughter? And he answered no. Besides one time, have you ever hit your stepdaughter, leaving marks or bruises on her? And he answered no. Did you ever have any sexual, physical contact with your stepdaughter? And he answered no. The results for all three questions came back the same, and they came back that John did not tell the truth. Don't run! Don't run! No! This man! Are you kidding me?
I have never
This
touched
guy
her.
just fails for abusing your daughter? And this is what you want to do? You want to collapse
I have
backstage?
never
knowing he touched my daughter, he beat my daughter, he hurt my daughter, and you know about everything. Your own words is you know about everything that happened.
And with that, you get the hell off my stage. I'm glad you're making the fight for your daughter. I think this is a bad situation for her to be in. It sounds like you already got your ducks in a row. When you get home, we'll obviously help in any way we can, and just do whatever you can to keep protecting that little girl. Good luck to you.
And I think it hurts because I don't know how long it's been going on, and my daughter's been constantly going back to that home. I mean, thankfully now I know better and I'm gonna get full custody.
She's not safe. It showed today she's not safe. And I don't care how much it will cost us, if whatever it takes, she will be out of that house and with him.
Me and my fiancé, Chanisha, we've been together for 4 years. We got 2 kids together, 2 beautiful girls. We've been through a lot. I'm just trying to make things right. I want to get back to the beginning, how we was in the beginning of our relationship. We went out a lot. We did a lot of things together. You know, we was always around each other. She loved my company. I loved hers. Until she went through my phone and seen me texting another female, but she believes I've been sleeping around, but that's not true. I haven't slept with anybody else. More recently, I started making passes at her friend, and she caught me on camera. She put the camera there, I knew it was there. She says it looked like I touched her butt, but I didn't touch her butt. I did go to touch her butt, but I didn't touch it. And her friend said it's a camera, and I got up and I left. You know, I accept what I did, and what I did was wrong, and you know, I wish I wouldn't have did it, but I did do it, and now I just want to move past it. I want to be able to, you know, get past this and be able to marry the girl that I know I want to be with.
What's going on?
So we've been together for 4 years. I had my assumptions that he was messing with other females and that he wanted my friend. And I watched the footage and see everything.
And you feel like watching that, he looks guilty in your mind?
Yeah, because of my assumptions. He knew about my assumptions.
Plus, it looks like he's rubbing on her a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like he touched her to me because she moved, but he said he didn't touch her.
Well, it's on the tape, right?
Yeah, and she moved, so.
Have you ever cheated on DeMonte?
No, I did not cheat on him. I did step out and go see someone, and it went further than it was supposed to. But other than that, I did not cheat on him.
Well, tell me about that.
I went to go see this guy that I was talking to before I had met DeMonte. And when I went to go see him basically to get back at DeMonte for having his ex over when I went to the funeral. But that wasn't, you know, the right way to go. And it was.
So you were going to go have sex?
No, I wasn't going to go have sex.
What were you going to go do?
Went to go see him.
But then you went and told DeMonte what happened?
Yeah, after seeing that footage, I did bring it up to DeMonte and told him about it.
But he doesn't believe you that it
No,
wasn't
he
consensual.
don't.
Well, let's meet the father to your children, DeMonte.
Chanisha, man, I'm here to show you that I'm telling the truth. I know what the cameras say. I mean, would it show you?
The footage showed.
You know, would it show you? That's all it was. It wasn't nothing more than that. You know?
I don't believe
yeah,
that. I
it
do
wasn't
think
nothing
it
more.
was
I
more
didn't
than
sleep
that.
with your friend. I didn't do anything else with your friend. You waited till after you seen that to tell me that you stepped out on me. That's not right.
What you
That's
did
not right.
wasn't right, and I had my
I understand what I
assumptions.
did wasn't right. I know that. I know what I did wasn't right. I was just being stupid that night.
I'm not saying what I did was right. What I did wasn't right. It was stupid too.
Yeah, it was real foul. What I did was foul, and I admit to that. I admit to my wrongs. But I don't want your friend.
You know, you got together. You're still very young, both of you. And you got together when you were, basically, you were a teenager, and you almost were. Like, isn't this a case that, yeah, maybe we got together very young. We, you know, started having kids right away. We didn't get to sow our wild oats.
Maybe it's not meant for right now. That's what you're
Well,
saying.
I don't know if it's not meant for right now. Maybe you can be together, but like, you both made mistakes because of your youth. Like, you got to think, like, man, if you've been with her since you were 20 years old, don't you think sometimes, man, I wonder what it's like to be with her?
I mean,
And
sometimes.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, because I think it's a natural thing. And even you as a young woman, you might think, I wonder what it's like to be with him.
No, I don't.
Never? You never fantasize about another man?
No. Like, if that was the case, then I would go and do that. I would go and be with somebody else. But if I'm going to be with you, I'm going to be with you. I'm going to be faithful to you. But what I want...
fantasizing is not cheating.
You saying it's not cheating. That shouldn't even cross your mind, because that leads to cheating.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
You know.
I mean, Steve, I'm not gonna lie. I had fantasies, but I never went past, you know,
Rubbing
giving
a girl on it
females-
with a blanket on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you ever cheated on her?
No.
Sex? Never had sex?
Never had sex with nobody else.
All right, Charnisha, you took a lie detector test, and we asked you, besides the oral sex, while in a relationship with DeMonte, have you had any other sexual physical contact with any other men? You answered no. While in a relationship with DeMonte, have you had sexual intercourse with any other men? You answered no. On the day in question, was the oral sex encounter with that man consensual? You answered no. The results for those questions came back all the same, 1, 2, and 3, and it came back that Charnisha told the truth.
Thank you.
Glad. Thank you.
I'm glad you didn't do that.
Because I didn't do that.
I really want to be with you. That's why I'm here to take this test.
Okay, let's see your results.
DeMonte, you took a lie detector test. And we asked you, on the day in question, did you touch Charnisha's friend's butt? You answered no. Did you have any sexual physical contact with any of Charnisha's friends? You answered no. Since being in a relationship with Charnisha, have you had any sexual physical contact with any other woman? You answered no. Since being in a relationship, have you had sexual intercourse with any other women? He answered no. His results came back all the same, and it came back that DeMonte told the truth.
I told you. I told you I was telling the truth, Shanisha. Nah, like, cause you ain't believe me, and I really told you that. Like, I really told you that. And you ain't believe me at all.
How could I believe you?
I know it was hard for you to believe me, but I told you. I told you.
I
told you I didn't touch your friend. I didn't want to be with your
Like,
friend. I
how
didn't
can
want
you
to be with
believe
nobody
somebody
else.
After
I mean, I
didn't wanna
thought he was
believe-
going to fail one of them.
you said you thought.
I thought he would fail
Yeah,
one.
after stuff keeps
Yeah.
happening over and over and over, how can
But
you
isn't
just
this the
believe
best possible
somebody?
result you could ask for?
I
Yeah,
told you,
it
Tanisha.
is. It's
I told you, but
the
I told you
stuff
that. Why
leading
you
up
couldn't
to
believe
that.
me? Why you
Like,
couldn't believe when I
you
said that
don't-
and I
if
told
you
you?
love somebody, why keep doing stuff over and over? Why keep hurting them?
I was being stupid, Tanisha, but now I know.
Like,
I
how
know
can
this
you
is what I
constantly
want. I know
hurt
you are what I
somebody
want. I
you
know
love?
you are the person I want to marry.
I don't think.
want to spend the rest of my life with you.
I really believe this. I don't
wanna
think
spend
he's
the
doing
rest of my
things
life
to
with
hurt
you.
you. I really do.
So what is the reason behind the thing?
Because he's young and stupid, that's why.
So
I
when
don't
does
wanna
that stop?
I don't want to be that person no more.
35, 36. I'm
wanna
being
be that-
honest,
I don't wanna
man.
be that
That's
person
too
no more.
long.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not going to make
That's
you wait
why-
that long, Tanisha. I'm here with you right now.
That's way
I'm
too
here with you right
long.
now.
And
We got
nobody
two
wanna keep
beautiful
dealing
girls
with that.
that we raising, and I want to raise them together.
Listen, you both love each other, right?
Yeah, I love her.
You have a family. So when you thinking about like doing something stupid or something
Think
that
about
might
your
hurt the other
family.
person, you got to think, is it worth it?
It ain't worth
Nothing's worth it. If you got two
not.
beautiful little girls and this is the mother of your children, nothing is worth giving that up. So I hope it works out for you too. Good luck to you.
Today I'm here to see whether or not my boyfriend Orlando is cheating on me. A couple of weeks ago, he had to use another phone, and I ended up going through his old phone, and I see that he was texting another woman, asking to meet up. And I just want to know if he cheating with her physically.
Now he says he never met up with her. Do you think he met up with her?
Yes.
Yeah. Before this incident with the texting, did you ever think he was cheating before this?
No.
No. And what's the relationship like?
It's good. We vibe. We do a lot of things together. The chemistry is there.
So you guys get along?
Yes.
You got a lot of chemistry. Do you live together?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. So you spend a lot of time,
Yes.
you know. Now, if you think, like, 8 months to me, again, you're talking to somebody who's been in a relationship for 27 years. So 8 months to me is like, if you don't trust somebody, if you think they're cheating, why not just say, we'll go our own ways?
In that length of time, I have grown to actually love him. I have fell in love with him from the chemistry, and we, like best friends, we go fishing together. We do a lot of outdoors activities. We like a lot of the same things, music.
That makes for a great relationship, right? When you do all the things together, right?
Yes.
You're fishing together?
Yes.
What kind of fish you catching?
Catfish.
Catfish? Now, he accused, and you said you love him.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, you seem like a very sweet girl. Are you a sweet girl?
For the most part.
For the most part?
Yes.
There's times when you're not sweet?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
But you don't cheat on him, right?
No.
Never?
No.
No. What about, there's a guy at the laundromat?
We was at the laundromat, and he said the guy was there the week before, so he thinking that just because we end up there at the same time 2 times that we meet up there. While
You're
he's
meeting
there.
up with the guy from the laundromat.
Yes.
Well, Orlando made us a tape. Let's take a look at that.
I met Shaniqua at a party, literally bumped into her, and just things went from there. We only been together for 8 months. I care for her. I have been faithful to a certain extent. I have messed up before.
This is news to me. What have you done?
I have been caught texting somebody else. I told her the truth, it was just simple conversation. But Shaniqua think it was more to it. I have cheated before, or messed up before, or whatever. And I'm gonna answer that truthfully.
Okay, so you have had sexual intercourse with another woman.
That's really what I can't remember if it actually went that far. I think I did. Because I have messed with her before. But I can't remember if it was like while me and her been together. See what I'm saying?
Look, here's the thing. A lie detector is about to put your business all out there, so you might
Yeah,
as well
I know.
own it first.
I know. But I mean, at the same time, it's some things I know how it turn out.
So you
And I ain't
rather
got
just
time
go
for
down
that.
with the ship with the lie detector?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I'm gonna be truthful on the lie detector anyway. I'm just ready to get it out the way.
Well, let's meet Orlando.
Give me a hand, man. My bad, give me a hand. My bad. You all right? Okay. I'm gonna get it out of the way. See how it turn out?
Did you have a sexual relation with her?
Before you went through the phone, I did meet up with her.
You did what?
I said I did meet up with her before she went through the phone.
Okay,
Found it
did
in the
you have
phone.
intercourse with the woman?
Correct.
You
Before
did? Okay. How many times did you have intercourse with that woman?
Since me and her been together only like once.
Once?
Yeah.
Only like once?
Yeah.
So
see, the thing is, I'm actually always spending my time with her.
Right.
We together 24/7.
Which you meet, and in a lot of times, and when a relationship is new, and you meet somebody you like, and you have so much in common, she says you guys like the same music, you're fishing together, you're doing a lot of outdoor activities. She really likes you. When it's so new, I understand people sometimes lose interest and they stray. They stray. Why would you cheat so early into your relationship?
See, that's the thing. They were like before we was actually committed. You see what I'm saying?
How long after you started dating Shaniqua did you start cheating?
I say like 2 months, 3 months.
Okay, come on, man.
2 months, 3 months.
3 months in,
Yeah.
you obviously had feelings for her, right?
Correct.
Okay. She seems like this very quiet, sweet woman. Is that a good description of her?
Yeah, when she want to be.
Well, yeah.
They do.
But she seems like one thing I don't think you can deny. She says she loves you.
Right.
Why would you do that to her?
I mean, you know, temptation. Temptation. I take that. I take my leg.
Is this somebody that you had slept with before?
Oh, yes. See, I knew her before me and her actually met.
That's what I'm
See
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you meet her at a party.
Correct.
And you guys hit it off really quick, right?
Correct.
Yes.
What do you want to say to him?
Do you even care?
Of course I do.
So I do what you doing.
What I did is not what I'm doing. I have before.
When was the last time?
Like I said before, you seen those messages.
When did you start dating?
In February.
Of this year?
Correct.
When did you sleep with the girl?
Nah, that I can't remember the month.
Okay.
I don't even keep up with that. I ain't
Okay.
keep up
But
with
you said it was 2 or 3
Yeah,
months after
like
start
2 or
dating.
3 months after
So
me
it
and
was
her,
like April or May.
Right.
You could see in her face how much you're hurting her right now.
Yeah.
Does it bother you?
Yeah, it do. It do.
So you just slept with the woman one time?
Yes.
And then she saw the messages, and you said, oh, man, I better not sleep with her anymore?
No, but see, the thing is, I was already letting it go anyway.
Why?
But it just happened that time.
How did it just happen?
You just end up reaching out and as I have.
Do you think she cheats on you?
I mean, it crossed my mind.
You think she slept with a guy in the laundromat?
That crossed my mind. I ain't gonna say I actually think she slept with her, but I mean.
Did you find those pants at the laundromat? Orlando admitted that he has cheated on Shaniqua since being with her with one woman. The woman was the one from the text messages. He knew her. He had oral and intercourse at a hotel. Shaniqua took a lie detector test. And we asked her, while in a relationship with Orlando, have you engaged in any physical sexual acts or contact with any other man besides Orlando? She answered no. While in a relationship with Orlando, have you engaged in any sexual intercourse with any other man besides Orlando? She answered no. The results came back the same to those 2 questions, and it came back that Shaniqua told the truth.
I already apologized for it. I told you what was going on. I apologize for accusing you, everything like that.
He apologizes.
Hey, that's all I can do.
That's all he can do.
And try to move past it.
So you didn't say how many times?
What's that?
You didn't say how many times?
We tested him on the confession, and it was the one time. So he did have sex one time with that woman. He had intercourse and oral sex with her at a hotel. So it was the one time. I'm not trying to break you up. I really am not, but I'll just say how I feel about this. I understand people are human beings and they make mistakes, right? We all do. But, you know, during the course of my life, when I got into relationships in the beginning, everything is so great, right? And then sometimes the passion fades. We are attracted to maybe somebody else. Things happen. But we're talking about this, like the honeymoon stage of this relationship where you're really enjoying each other, and he does this. And my other problem with this scenario is you're not 22, okay?
Right.
As young men, we do really stupid stuff. We all do. But, you know, you're 35. I have to assume at some point you want to be in a serious relationship, right? You find this great woman who likes to do everything you like to do, and then you do that? I don't get it, man.
Yeah. I apologize. I'm willing to move forward with it if you will.
You what?
I say I apologize. I'm willing to move forward with it if you will.
What about the accusing me?
Who?
Accusing me of doing stuff.
You just approve that.
So what this gonna change?
What you mean what it gonna change?
You gonna keep accusing me? You gonna keep doing what you were doing?
You just proved you haven't, so why would I do that?
Are you attracted to her?
No.
I'll say this, fortunately for you, I think you hurt her deeply. I mean, we have changed stories on a lot. She's greatly affected by this. She's hurt, because I think she probably found somebody that she really wants in a man. And you did her like this. It's wrong. But she said earlier, I think she's probably going to give you another chance. And if she does, I hope you don't screw that up. Good luck to you.
So I never thought I'd be on your show. Like, I watch you all the time, and it's just like, over the winter break, I got a phone call saying that my sister was touched. So my mama called me, she FaceTimed me, and I was talking to her for a little bit. Next thing you know, she tell me, she like, your sister said that Deshaun touched her. I put my sister on my bed and I asked her, I said, did anybody touch you? She said, yeah. She said, Deshaun touched my poo-poo. And she said they was on the bed in my daughter's room, and she told him to stop. Deshaun been around me and my kids for almost 2 years now. We was in a relationship at the beginning for like 5 months, but things didn't work out. But my kids absolutely loved him. So I never wanted to break that bond with them because they don't have their fathers in their life. And I'm 19 with 3 kids, so of course I need help and all that type of stuff. But my kids, they love him to death.
So even though you ended the relationship, he's still involved with the kids?
Yes, because we was together and he was staying with me. And like I said, my kids grew a relationship with him.
Does he still stay with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
We like best of friends.
Yeah.
So when this situation came out, I was shocked. Like, I never thought this would happen to me. I never thought that I had to be in this situation because of my sisters, like, and my daughter. Like, it hurts to know that I'm facing this, and it could be true that he actually did this. So.
Now, did your mom say that the girls came to her and said this is happening, or?
No, my sister came to my mom and told her about it.
Said this is happening?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you hear this allegation, what was your first reaction to it?
I don't want to believe that it happened, but I can't not believe my sister and my daughter at the end of the day because it's a serious situation. Like.
And I just want to make sure that everybody understands. When you say your sister, we're not talking about an adult. We're talking about 3-year-old.
We're talking about a whole toddler.
Right.
2 toddlers.
A 3-year-old girl. How did Deshaun react when you told him about the allegation?
Well, his reaction threw me off because it was kind of weird because he was like, yeah, that's something I never do or something like that. But the way he said it to me, it was just so weird. It threw me off. So I'm like, damn, like, what if this really happened? Because, like, you're not even giving me a motive to believe you, like, at all. Like, and even if so, I wouldn't believe you because that's my sister and my baby. And when I asked my sister about it, she confirmed it. Like.
Yeah. So after these allegations came out, was he still around the children?
Yeah, so it actually happened last Thursday is when I found out about
Okay,
it.
so-
I immediately contacted y'all because I didn't know what else to
Right.
do. So,
But
yes.
was your daughter still around him?
Yes.
How
my
did she
daughter's-
react around him? How did she act around him?
It was, everything was normal.
Like normal.
Yeah.
She didn't act any way, didn't feel scared around them?
No, like she'll call out for him when she wake up. Like that's the first person my kids wake up to. Like they love him. Like
Could anybody be planting this into the kid's head?
I don't believe that.
How does your family feel about you dating a guy twice as old as you?
At first, they wasn't open to it at all, but they seen how he was with the kids. They seen how we worked together to make things happen, and eventually they just let their guard down, and he was.
So they, after a while, became more accepting of Deshaun.
Yes, after a while.
How are things between you and Deshaun since, I mean, this is fresh. This is last Thursday.
Yes.
How's things between you and him?
I mean, we kept things cordial since, but like it's hard to, look at him like nothing happened if that's like you said, it's fresh. Like this just happened, so I'm still kind of skeptical about him. Like,
were the girls taken to a doctor?
No.
Why?
Because I thought the first thing to do was to contact y'all.
And I appreciate that. I like the fact that people think, oh, Steve Wilkos. But really, wouldn't the correct response be like, somebody says my daughter's been molested, they should get examined by a medical doctor?
Yeah.
And I assume the police weren't called.
No.
Okay. If he would fail today, you would go to the police.
Yes.
But at the very least, the kids should have went to see the doctor.
I just didn't want to take my sister and my daughter through all that if it wasn't.
It is, could be a very traumatizing experience for young children. And listen, let's hope Deshaun passes, right?
Yes.
And if he does pass, like, I'm just curious, you two just continue as best buddies living together?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's meet Deshaun.
Manager, I want you to know that I will never do nothing to hurt you and them kids. I love you and them kids on the bottom of my heart.
Before this test come out, is there anything you want to tell me? Because I need to know now. Like, this is serious. Like, this is my baby girls I'm talking about.
Well, when the test come out, it could come back and I did not touch these kids. I love you and these kids at the bottom of my heart.
Like, if I found out you was guilty about this, everything going left ASAP. Like, these my babies.
I did not do nothing to hurt the kids.
Why, do you have any reason why you believe that you're being accused?
Well, I really don't have no reason. It's just, I don't know where it came from. It just came from out the blue that I was supposed to touch them, but I really didn't.
What was your reaction being accused?
I was like, huh? I got accused of something I didn't do. Like, I know I didn't do it, so.
She said you had a funny reaction.
Well, it really wasn't no funny reaction.
When I asked you about it, you was like, I'll never do something like that. But the way you said it, like, it threw me all the way off, like, as if you was guilty. Like, if anybody would have heard that, like, the way you said it, that just broke my heart all the way. Like, that just was like the icing on the cake for me right there, to believe it, like.
Well, I'm telling you, I did not do it, Manager. I did not do it.
So I got to imagine, you know, it's a big age gap, but we've had bigger, okay? You're twice as old as her, but you're 38, she's 19. And I can see, you know, as a 38-year man, why you would be attracted to a young woman like her. Obviously very attractive. But when the relationship between you and her ends as lovers, let's say, why don't you just move on your way and say, because I'm assuming as a man, you want a woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you sticking around if this is over?
Because I ride for the kids. I love her. I love you, Manager, to death. I love the kids. That's why I didn't leave. I wanted to be around the kids.
So you're just sticking around for the kids?
Yes, and for her, we may end up getting back together. You never know.
Are you hoping that maybe you might get back together?
Yes, I hope we get back together, Manager.
So you deny ever touching the children?
Yes, sir.
But you are alone with them, right?
Yes, sir.
But this isn't unusual. it's not unusual for you to take care of the kids?
No.
To babysit?
I won't mind babysitting your kids. I will let them watch while you go to work and school. I'll be there like I've been doing.
So you came here and you took a lie detector test, right?
Yes.
Feel pretty good about passing it?
Yes, sir.
So there's 2 little girls involved. One is your daughter,
And one is my
and then
sister.
was your sister. First, we're doing your daughter. And we asked Deshaun, did you at any time touch, rub, or fondle Manasia's daughter for your own sexual gratification and sexual pleasures? Deshaun answered no, and the result came back that Deshaun told the truth.
Yes, I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you. Look.
I appreciate it. I mean, like, that was serious. Like, my babies.
Then we gave Deshaun a lie detector test concerning your sister, who's roughly the same, around the same age as your little girl. And we asked Deshaun, did you at any time touch, rub, or fondle Manasia's sister for your own sexual gratification and pleasure and sexual pleasures? He answered no, and the result came back that Deshaun told the truth.
Yes, told you.
That's what I needed right there. I appreciate that. Thank you. But that was something real serious. Like, I didn't know. I had to, my sister told me what she told me. You know I'm going to believe my sister before anything. Like, so, because that situation happened to me before. You know that. So,
Yes.
But I'm glad that you didn't. I'm glad that you did tell the truth. It's a relief now. We can go back to our lives and continue to live like a family like we've been doing.
Now, it's interesting that you bring up the fact that you stated that you were a victim of sexual abuse.
Yes, I was.
Is it possible, and first of all, I'm glad that you passed, right? Like, we don't want people to be failing up here for abusing children. But sometimes when things happen, then we start asking other kids, did somebody touch you? And kids get confused, especially at that age.
Yes.
Like, well, yeah, he touched me, he picked me up, he did this, he did that. And I think sometimes when we do it that way, we plant seeds in the kid's head.
You're right. And that's something that I never just be like talking to my kids about because I feel like they too young. I never expect
Right. But
something
you
like
never
that.
went to the kids and said, did Deshaun touch you, right?
I asked after the fact, my sister,
Well,
and she told me.
once it's brought to your attention, of course.
Yes.
But I'm saying maybe someone in your family did this. Not that somebody intentionally did it, but because of maybe trying to be overly protective because it did happen to you is where I'm saying where this might be coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, I got to imagine that's a big weight off your shoulders. I don't know where this goes with this relationship, but you obviously, respect each other and you're helping each other out in life, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I wish you continued happiness.
Thank you so
Good
much.
luck. Thank you. What's going on?
In January, I got out of prison and I met Beck. And me and Beck, really, she made me feel loved. She gave me a type of love that I haven't felt in a long time. And we were happy. It was the greatest love that I felt in a long time. It was just amazing. And after a while, I'll admit, I took advantage of that love. I took advantage of it. Beck's not going nowhere. Beck's going to stay there no matter what I do. And that was wrong of me. It was wrong. So I took off and left with a friend one night.
With her friend?
Oh, yeah, with a friend of hers. And we just hung out. I came back home. And
didn't you leave something out?
Excuse me?
Did you just leave something out?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You didn't do anything with the friend?
Absolutely not. Never touched her, never came on to her.
Why did you leave with the friend, though?
Why not? It's her friend. Why can't she not trust me?
Well, because, come on, you're a smart guy, right?
Mm-hmm. What would I think?
I don't have to explain that to you. What woman, like, you know, me and my wife are out with her friend and I disappear with her friend. I come back, I know I'm in trouble.
Right, right.
Nobody has to tell me, hey, guess what, Steve? Your wife is pissed.
Right, right. Well, it was wrong. I was wrong for that.
And even the friend, doesn't the friend say, no, that's my friend, I'm not going anywhere with you?
Right.
Yeah.
Because of this is why she doesn't trust me and thinks that I'm sleeping with everybody.
How
but
long
I'm
you
not.
been with Rebecca?
Almost a year, on and on.
Yeah. By the way, how long were you in prison for?
This time I've done 2 years, but I've done 7.5 in total.
Do you mind me asking what you were in prison for?
Trafficking drugs.
Oh, okay. And so you say, hey, I don't want to do that anymore.
Absolutely not.
Because
no,
prison sucks, right?
Yeah. Prison for me was a learning experience. I didn't go there and think that I got cool points for being in prison, come out and brag about it. Absolutely not. Prison for me was a learning experience. I done 9 months of that 2 years in the hole, and I read books, I went to school, I got an education, and I done better. I vowed that when I came home, I was gonna be a great father to my kids, I was gonna get my kids back, and I was going to do everything right. And when I came home, I done just that. I got my own home.
How long you been out?
Since January 17th this year.
Oh, okay. And then you met Rebecca right away when you got out?
Absolutely, right away. The first month I was out, actually I had met one girl, started dating her for a couple weeks. She broke up with me. I started crying on Facebook Live. I had snot coming out of my nose. I was crying. It was just embarrassing.
Because she broke up with you?
Because some other girl broke up with me. The first 3 weeks that I was out.
That's what I'm saying. So you were on Facebook Live and you were snotting and crying?
Yeah, it was embarrassing. But this girl that I don't even know comes on Facebook Live and she's like, you're crying like this, you shouldn't be doing that over no girl.
And that was Rebecca?
No, some other girl. The girl that I left with, and she was like, it was Becca's friend.
We're going to get to Rebecca eventually.
It was Rebecca's friend.
Yeah, she's the one who said it.
Yeah, she's the one who was like, I got somebody you need to meet. And she said it on live, and then so I just hung up the live, and I hit her up on Messenger. I was like, who's this girl you're talking about? Because I need somebody here now, because I'm sad, I'm emotional, and I just need somebody else there. So Becca pulls up.
Can I ask why the other girl broke up with you?
Because I caught her cheating, and I confronted her about it, and it was concrete evidence, and she was so ashamed of it, she just...
Yeah. So the friend that talked you off for Facebook Live says, I have a friend for you. She sets you up with Rebecca, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go first meet Rebecca?
Rebecca comes to my house.
She comes to your house?
Yeah, comes to my house.
Damn, this is slam dunk right off the bat.
Well, I was like, dang, you know, she pulls up and then she stays the night with me. We hit it off, we have a good time. And from that point forward, we were together every day. And I got her into her home. I got custody of my kids, just everything, because this is what I've been
Things are going good for you.
Absolutely, they still are now. And
are you and Rebecca still together?
Not now, because I left the day before Thanksgiving because her ex-family member's boyfriend.
Let's just call him the guy.
Ex-boyfriend, yeah, the guy, moved in her ex-boyfriend into the house to try to push me out, and he accomplished it. He accomplished it.
Do you think Rebecca's sleeping with this guy?
Yes.
Why would she do that if she's all into you?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Maybe she wants.
Or did you leave just because you had something else, another turkey on the line?
No, absolutely not. I left because I could not take it anymore. I was confined to one bedroom, and I didn't want to leave. So I didn't want to come out the room because I didn't want to be around him. He's so perverted, he's so nasty that I don't like. I just picture when Becca goes to get something out the refrigerator, he's undressing her with his eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like just those things, because he's such a perverted person.
But she thinks you're cheating.
Well, it's understandable, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm old enough now to know that what I want in my life, and I want to be.
But didn't you? But she says you took off the day before Thanksgiving, and she thinks you went to go do something.
No, I didn't. I went home and ate Thanksgiving with my family.
Was it good?
Absolutely. It was delicious.
Good. Yeah. What if Rebecca passes?
Then I'm going to give the most sincere apology, and I'm really going to do some soul searching.
But I'm saying you might try to work things out with her.
Yeah, I will. I'll try. But the thing is that
Hey, I don't care if you do or you don't.
right. But the thing is if I work them out with her,
Yeah.
Becca, I've came now through everything that's went on. I've came to find out a lot of things about Becca that I didn't know before.
Like what?
About her personality, just who she is.
Well, tell me one thing.
She's very, very jealous. She's very, I can't do anything. And I don't want somebody like that.
Yeah, I mean, I got to imagine after spending time in prison that you don't want to come out and have the answer be,
No, but I will. I mean, if that's what it takes at first to get
But a healthy relationship's not like that.
Exactly.
Like, I don't have to explain everything I do. Well, my wife does. I know, where are you? What are you doing? Like, I know she's doing something, but it ain't bad. I just trust her. Let's meet Rebecca, and we're going to find out if she cheated on you.
Let's do it.
You are a liar, and we was just together last night. And you sat here and took the wedding band off and everything that I gave you yesterday. You're sitting here saying that you want to be with me and all this. And the reason why I don't trust you and the reason why I'm jealous is because you didn't admit where you was going that night when you left me. You said you was getting picked up, you was going to the store, and somebody picked you up, and they didn't pick you up from the house. And you said you were leaving with a friend, and later on I found out you was with my best friend.
Okay. Yeah, I lied.
Yeah, so why'd you lie?
Okay,
Why'd you lie?
Because I wanted to get the hell away from the house. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I bet you didn't do anything.
I didn't.
You're like the doorknob, everybody gets a turn.
Okay.
Now, are you
and look, after all this right
Sorry,
now and this
Steve.
accusing,
Merry Christmas, y'all.
and she
I'm sorry,
finds out I
y'all.
haven't cheated, am I still the doorknob that everybody gets to twist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, are you an auctioneer?
No.
I mean, you talk very fast.
That's because I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I'm pissed, Steve.
So do you think he wants to be with you?
Well, he keeps always coming back for second, third chances.
Yeah.
So apparently I'm doing something right.
And you guys
I can't get rid of him.
You had a nice romantic night last night in Stanford?
Yeah, and yeah, we did. And he wouldn't even let
No,
me.
we didn't.
He would
We're
not. He
romantic.
wouldn't let me have. He wouldn't even let me have my own
fine.
room. He wanted me to share the room with him. I wanted to go get my own room. He was like, "No, stay with me."
You spent the night in the same hotel
Yeah,
room.
and I wanted my own room.
Did you have sex last night?
Absolutely. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Not last night. It was the night before
It was
last.
the night before. It was the first night that we got here.
Yeah. Do you want to be with him?
Well, he told me. I mean, I was under the impression that he wanted us to be together. So I mean, I do want to be with Brandon. But I'm not going to keep.
Okay, listen.
I'm not going.
Slow down. Slow your roll.
I am not going to keep going through this with him, with
Okay.
the accusations
But
and.
answer the question.
I mean, if he
Do
wants
you
to be with
wanna-
me, he wants to try to work it out, we can move forward.
Okay. Do you want to be with him?
If he doesn't want to be with me, no.
You're not answering the question.
Yes or no?
Yes, I do want to be with him.
You okay? Because you find a lot of good things about him.
There's a few good things.
There's a few. Good enough for you to be with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like, I mean, I'm always forgiving him, so
The
apparently.
good outweighs the bad?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. Now, this roommate of yours, you ever have sex with him?
I have never had sex with him, Steve. I do not think of that man that way. I'm not, no kind of attraction to him physically or anything. But he's left me for 3 other females. I've never left him for a guy.
Did you leave her for other females?
No, I have not.
Yes, he has.
No, I did
the
not.
first time he left me, it was all night long. He left and went out with my best friend. That was the reason why I left him.
But he says he didn't sleep with her.
Well, that's a lie.
Who's the other 2 females?
Then when he came and stayed with me in September, or it was September, he left me in October for another female, and I was under the impression he was going to a family member's house. She actually picked him up from my house, and I didn't know it.
Okay, can I tell you what happened? No, not true.
And then on Thanksgiving, the day that he left me before Thanksgiving. It was the day before. He said he was going to a family member's house to have dinner, and he would be back on Thanksgiving Day. When I talked to him on Thanksgiving Day, he told me he was already in another relationship.
Let's let the lie detector test results do the speaking here. Brandon, you're up first.
Okay.
And we asked him, while in a relationship with Rebecca, did you have sexual physical contact with any other woman? He answered no. While being in a relationship with Rebecca, did you have sexual intercourse with any other woman? He answered no. On the day in question, did you have sexual physical contact with the woman you left with when you left Rebecca home all night? He answered no. His results came back all the same, and it came back that Brandon told the truth.
Yeah.
Come on, stop. How do you feel about that?
I'm relieved.
really?
It makes me feel happy that he didn't do that.
Yeah.
But I had my doubts, just like he has his doubts.
Yeah.
No,
guys are
because
very
it takes
unhappy
two
for
people.
people that don't
A
cheat.
woman came on to me 3 times that night, and I kept pushing her away and saying, "You need to leave me alone." I really did. She came on to me 3 times.
And so you never told me that. This is the first time I've heard about that too.
You've never been to an auctioneer?
No.
She talks fast. Sometimes I gotta make her repeat what she says. A lot of times.
I'm from North Carolina, so.
Well, you should look into that. Rebecca, have you had any sexual physical contact with your relative's ex-boyfriend? You answered no. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with your relative's ex-boyfriend? You answered no. Since being in a relationship with Brandon, have you had sexual physical contact with the relative's ex-boyfriend? You answered no. Since being in a relationship with Brandon, have you had sexual intercourse with the relative's ex-boyfriend? You answered no. And we gave you the test 3 times.
3.
And it was inconclusive due to illegal drug use.
And you already told me, don't say, what did I ask you Sunday? You been doing drugs? Nah, I ain't doing nothing, baby. I ain't been doing nothing. So you lied.
Okay. After administering the examination, the scoring occurred. The scoring rendered the opinion of a deception indicated on each of the relevant questions, which means they think you're lying. However, due to the illegal drug use of meth,
That's where that fast talking comes from.
the examiner is not able to determine if the failure is from deceptive individual or from the use of meth. So, in fairness,
brought
they
my
can't
kids
tell
around you, Matt.
if you're lying or if it's because of your meth use. You were given a 16-panel drug screening. You tested positive for meth, so you used it in the past week.
I told her I did. I
Okay.
told her lady that I did.
Why is a 42-year-old woman you're doing meth? Come on. I mean, you know, meth is a dangerous drug. Why are you doing that? Is he using meth?
No,
He doesn't seem like
Brandon
it.
does.
Brandon, did you use meth too?
Do I?
Yes, he does.
No.
No.
Yes, he does.
I do not use meth. I'm clean. I've been clean and sober, baby. I got custody of my kids. Come on, now.
He smoked marijuana on the way here.
Hold on. Okay.
I smoke marijuana every day. I
Okay.
smoke marijuana every day.
What? Okay.
Yes,
but
I have.
marijuana, who gives a But meth, maybe you should go seek some help, right?
Right.
Okay. But we don't know if it's the meth or you're lying about the ex-boyfriend. Did you?
No, I didn't. I swear
Come
to
on.
God. I
Just
swear,
a little bit?
I promise I didn't. I swear to God, I've never touched that man physically. Ever been with him whatsoever. I've never touched him. I swear I haven't.
That's
I swear I haven't. The relative the person that
But
was
you understand it's going to be hard for him to believe
I
you.
understand that, but I swear to God, I have not
some
never
fake
been with
ass
that
line,
man.
man. That's some. Come on, somebody give her. We're gonna
I
make one
have
of the Golden
not been with
Globes.
that man. I swear to God, I have not been with that man.
Where's the tear in your eye?
I
Your
have
eyes are not even
not.
watering.
I have not been with that man.
You have no
I
water.
have not.
No, wait.
Got it.
Do me a favor. Can you say that again?
You have no water in your eyes.
Listen, do me a favor. Say that again, but say, somebody give her an Emmy. Do that.
Somebody give her an Emmy.
No, because I'm never going to get one.
I have not been with that man, Steve. I really have not. I have not been with him. I haven't been with him. I haven't.
They just gave Maury one for a lifetime achievement, so maybe I'll get one someday.
I already knew. I already knew. So it's.
It's a piece of advice I give my own son, like if you were my son. Son, don't date a meth head.
Not.
Good luck to you.